Today I'm speaking with Bob Behrent, President of Bomar Interconnect, who will be discussing some of the products and services that Bomar offers. What are current trends in the manufacture of RF and modular connectors, and how is Bomar responding to these developments?
Well, more recently, everyone is trying to get more bandwidth, kind of the buzzword, which in RF terminology forces us to create connectors that can handle higher frequencies. Some connectors that we currently produce were not meant to do what they're required to do in today's market. For example, an F connector, which kind of hangs off the back of your cable TV box, was only, rated for low frequency. Today, we have F connectors and abilities to go between 5 and 8 gigahertz, which is, instead of millions of cycles, that's billions of cycles. And this kind of holds true as well for the modular connectors, although the frequencies are much lower and the information that goes through there is not technically radio frequency. It's mostly audio, some video.
How does Bomar's new A-Line series meet the mechanical requirements of multiple micro-mini board-to-board applications?
The A-Line series is what we call an MMCX connector. That's a universal standard, and MM stands for micro miniature. If you take a connector that's about perhaps 2.5 millimeters in width, very tiny, and put one on the edge of a board and go to plug a cable into it, it's not a big deal. But if you put more than 1, 3, 5, 8, 12, 30, and try and align them with another board on the other end, they have to be so precise and so well fixtured that if they're off by 1/10 of a millimeter, that whole thing is not going to match up. What we've done is created a series called the A-Line, or Align. And what it does is it's a multi-port connector. So if you needed 3, you would buy a 3-port. If you needed 12, a 12-port, etc. Most of them are custom made, and there are variations in male, female, right angle, board mount, side mount, edge mount, various configurations. And essentially they're self-aligning. They just kind of plug together, and it saves a tremendous amount of money in fixturing and in manufacturing process. The cost of the unit sounds expensive, but if you take 12 connectors and multiply that by 12, cost is about the same. So given that, it's economical and it solves a tremendous issue in manufacturing for manufacturers who are using these micro-miniature connectors.
Why is Bomar's low-profile eSnap series edge mount connector ideal for use in wireless applications?
Well, the connectors themselves are in the sub-miniature series, what we call SMA, SMBs, MCXs, etc. But the wireless industry uses them because of their small size, because of their rated higher frequencies, and they use them for the antenna systems for the wireless devices. But the eSnap series is unique in as much as that it fits on the edge of the board. Now, there are other end-launch connectors that do fit on the edge, but ours snap into place. Snap and lock, essentially. So it has 4 primarily basic features that other people don't have. First of all, it's a low profile because it's center mounted to the board. Yeah, some other ones are center mounted to the board, but this is a true center mount. Electrically, signal goes straight through, so it gives you the best return loss numbers. Mechanically is the key issue here. It's very robust. It snaps onto the board so securely it does not need to be fixtured for reflow solder, which is the 4th feature. And because it's so mechanically robust, if someone tends to put a wrench on it, torque it a little bit too tight, it takes the strain relief off of the solder joint and applies it slightly to the board, which means that you're not going to pop that connector off the board if you have someone who is a little bit rough, with the installation of it.
Thank you so much, Bob. That was extremely informative. For more information on Bomar Interconnect, visit www.bomarinterconnect.com. Or, for ordering information, please visit www.onlinecomponents.com.